Beverly. Oh, good morning, everybody. So well, first of all, I want to show you my first slide because I'm so glad you all survived the eclipse, right? Dad, can you explain to me what a solar eclipse is? No, son. And isn't that interesting? I thought that was interesting because the way you put your automatic commas in when you talk can change a whole meaning of something. That little boy probably thought, oh, my daddy doesn't know, and so anyway, but I don't know about you, but I have a beautiful sister, but she was sending me all these things to beware of the eclipse. Stock up on food and water because it's the end of the world is coming. And I'm like, yeah, she's probably calling me. Hi, Tracy, if you're watching. Anyway, and I love her. I love her, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going there. And then she let me know that her daughter went to the market, and it was crowded because people were buying food and water. It's kind of like when COVID, you couldn't buy toilet paper because people were hogging it. But anyway, but just so you know, mark your calendar, it's April 23rd is when it's happening. So anyway, I just happy to see you're all here. It made me think about, I'm so old and maybe some of you can relate to this. I've dialed a rotary phone that didn't have an answering machine, and I had a party line at that. Yep. But it was fun to listen to the adults' talks. I remember my number, PA26789, but I can't remember what I ate last night, but I can remember that. Recorded a song that I love off a transistor radio onto a tape recorder. I remember how exciting that was to get a transistor radio. You could walk around with that. Watched a black and white TV with less than 10 channels and had foil on the rabbit ear antennas. Yeah, and I was the remote control. My dad would say, Laura, change that channel. I go, yes, Daddy, and I'd go and change it. And then taking a long walk without counting the steps. Remember those days? And eating food that I didn't take pictures of. Why do people do that? I have somebody in my family that does that. I won't mention names. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of nice to reminisce. And so I'm reminiscing. I thought, I love the Beatles. It matters not who you love, where you love, why you love, when you love, or how you love. It matters only that you love. Right? And I thought to me, that's what the Beatles were all about. I loved my Beatles. I saw them in 2 concerts. Saw them at the Hollywood Bowl and then at Dodger Stadium. And I still remember when they came on the Ed Sullivan Show, for those of you who might remember that. And I remember my dad saying, Laura, and I'm going, oh my God, they're fabulous. And my dad goes, Laura, those guys are never going to make it. And I said, Daddy, watch them. And I was right. But I love the Beatles, and I still love them. And that's why I picked that song, because all you need is love. And so today, I'm talking about the power of love. And, I think of that picture, and I think of how, we're learning through quantum physics how we are all connected. We are all intertwined. And so what we send out in the universe comes back. We can affect the universe. We can affect people. And it's the power of love. It's the power of love. And so life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exists in you. Do not judge, so you will not be judged. Radiate and give love, and love will come back to you. And I picked that. I'm so sad the Zelkis aren't here. Dan Zelke is the one who always wears the Ho'oponopono shirt that sits over there. And years ago, I had the privilege and the honor to take a class by Dr. Hugh Lin, who teaches Ho'oponopono. And what he says is that where you see negative or whatever you see in someone else, you couldn't see it if it wasn't within you. You couldn't see it. You couldn't see it. And so the Ho'oponopono is very simple. It's that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for if I contributed in any way to this. And then please forgive me. Please forgive me for my part in this. Thank you. Thank you for showing me, and I love you. And it's a cleansing. It's a cleansing. He was from Hawaii. Cute little guy about this tall. And before he had his meetings, his teaching classes, or any kind of conference, he would sit on every chair and cleanse it and say those 4 things until he felt the chair was cleared of that negative energy. And so that's it. We do that. We clear that energy. If there's something in your life that's irritating you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And, we got a lot of crap going on in this world right now, right? And so I must have a lot of crap in me because I see it, and I'm working on that and changing my attitude. This is from Ernest Holmes. Boy, I messed that up. Love is within us. It cannot be destroyed. It cannot be ignored. To the extent that we abandon love, we will feel it has abandoned us. Denying love is our only problem, and embracing love is the only answer. So, I look back on my lifetime, and, the first thing that I remember that was kind of shocking, or that showed me that there was some not nice people, is when John F. Kennedy got shot. And I remember that day because I was in 8th grade, and I was all dressed up because we were having our first dance after school. And this is how unconscious I was. Well, he's already dead. I mean, it happened that day. And I go, well, he's already dead. Why can't we still have our dance? And because I was unconscious, I didn't understand the magnitude of it. And I did, went home and I watched, it was sad. You could see all the sadness of the people. We've lived through a lot of stuff, haven't we? And we're still here, and we're here for a reason. And it is about that love. And, and then the next major thing I remember is being in high school, and we were going through the Vietnam War. Remember that? And I remember being a junior, and one of the seniors that had been there a couple years before, we had a memorial for him because he was killed in the Vietnam War. And he was a beautiful man, a beautiful young man with so much possibilities. Am I depressing you? I'm sorry. But we need to look at that. And so we have to know how we are all interconnected. I love this. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Right? And so, but it starts with us. It truly, truly starts with us. We have to see the love. We have to look at things different. We have to react differently. People can't say they're Democrat or Republican because the other person will get mad or whatever. We are all one. And I believe that what's going on in the world, and I don't want to cry, I hear the news and I go, there but for the grace of God, I am here. We all need to do that, but we all need to send that love. We can change this. We have to believe that we have that power of love, because that's what it's going to take. And maybe this is the universe kind of spiritually bitch slapping us to say, are you love? Are you bringing that love in all situations? Because we can do that. What we start with here, like that picture showed, it can go where it wakens up people to the truth of who they are and what they're doing. Because what I do to you, what I see in you as negative, I see that for myself. And what I love about here is I come here and I see the love of people here. Yes, there are some people that may be going through a rough time, but I'm knowing that the love that they feel in this room is impacting them, is hugging them with that energy of love. And we can do that. We are doing that. And we have to believe that. And we have to, if something irritates us, we have to breathe. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Thank you for showing there's some anger in me, some way that I don't know, I'm not in your shoes, so how do I know why you're feeling that way? I'm sorry. And I love this. Love is the bridge between you and everything. You know, in our teaching, The Science of Mind, it's all about love and law. The law, our love is, where do we put our attention? What do we think all the time? And the law says, oh, that's what you're thinking, that's what you want? Here it is. So if you're doing stinking thinking, you're going to have a stinking life, all right? So we need to really focus, count our blessings every day. Is every moment perfect? Yeah, it is. Because it's waking you up to something that maybe you need to pay attention to, that you know that there's a hole there in your heart that needs to be filled with love. And it's so important in this world. I really think we're on this tipping point of we can really rise up and be this, well, we already are this fabulous planet, but it can even be better through that love. I want to share this with you. I saw this, and I thought this is called the World Peace Meditation by Reverend Dr. Sherry Johnson. Peace is possible now. This is a fact, but it is also a truth. Peace is possible in every moment because it's not something we create, force, or establish. It is the essence of what we are. As divine expressions, as manifestations of what God imagined into being, we are what God is. Love, life, wisdom, power, grace, and compassion. In short, we are peace. We do not work at peace. It is not a laborious task. It is what happens, what is revealed, when we stop working at conflict, competition, and contrast, when we stop working at lack and realize the truth that there is only one life and we are it. It is in us and there is no them. Yes, we are unique, individual creations, but the same life animates all of creation. Peace is the music of the sphere, the universal harmony out of which each individual expression is created. It is the only true reality. All else is our humanness, searching for its divinity. What if we opened our eyes, expanded our consciousness to perceive with our innate divinity and recognize our true state? Might we realize that peace is possible now? So if this resonates with you, please take 15 to 20 minutes to sit with these thoughts and allow yourself to imagine, what if we could see this truth right here and right now? Let us be the peace we want to see and experience in the world. I have that meditation out there for anybody who wants to take it, and just take 15 minutes a day to just focus on that peace. I got this from AI. Listen to how brilliant this is. Remember, love has the capacity to heal, transform, and create. It is a force that transcends boundaries and connects us all. That AI is pretty darn smart, isn't it? But that is it, and I'm amazed that Ernest Holmes really talked about the power of love and how we are all the divinity. Every person here is this magnificent and unique aspect of God. So let's be what God is, which is good on demand. Let's be that. Let's take that wherever we go. Because I know I have a short temper sometimes, and I'll make my little snarky, critical remark. But to me, I believe in this. I believe in this teaching, that we have so much power. We have the power to heal, to transform, and to create. What is it you want in your life? Know it. Know it. Believe it's already yours. If you want something, the universe says, oh, Laura wants that. Let's keep her wanting it. No, you have to know it. You have to claim it. So right here and right now, we claim that peace in our life and in the world. Because I know that. And if, when it is all over, I am asked what I did with my life, I want to be able to say, I offered love. And so it is.